watching these two teams compete. It's awful fun when we bring Colome down and we go down there. It's always enjoy playing. It's that Highway 18 corridor, so these boys know how to play football. So always fun to watch these guys and the fundamentally sound they can be.
That's one linebacker, number 40, Seth Konechny. At safety.
A few other things to talk about a little bit beforehand. This is Parents' Night for Sunshine Bible Academy for their football team and cross-country team. We do appreciate the time and dedication that these coaches put in. This is not an extra pay check for these guys. This is one of those and other duties, and a lot of the time is spent not just in practice but time off, thinking about how to make them better. And so we do appreciate Lucas Hall and as assistant coach and the head coach Jay Smerma, and also for Colome Cowboys, Dwayne Wetzel is the head coach for them, and Wyatt Cahoy and Ted Kaler. So we do appreciate all the hard work that these guys have put in and the sacrifice to teach some skills of football, but also teach a lot of life lessons and skills throughout this. So we do hats off to you guys as you spent the hours and hours that we don't see. So we'll have the coin toss. It looks like we're just coming out for the coin toss. Captains for the Crusaders today will be Toby Michelson and Carter Crump. Looks like for Colome, it'll be Tyson Wetzel, Sam Bradgard, and I'm pretty sure that's their quarterback right there. Could be wrong, Harley Supik. And I'll tell you here, as soon as they turn. Looks like the Crusaders won the toss.
Crusaders will get the ball to start.
Yep, Crusaders will get the ball to start this one. The other young man for the leader for the Colome Cowboys out there was number 4, Hunter Kaler. I'm sure we'll be calling them gentlemen's names quite a bit tonight, or this afternoon. So we're just about ready to play some football. The reffing crew is the Matt Clark crew from over there by Huron. I've seen them ref, and they've had reffed our games quite a bit throughout the year, so you kind of get a relationship with those guys to know kind of who they are and what they are. So it was good to catch up with some of them there, and a little cooler today, and we got a pretty good wind coming, so we'll see how that affects the play of any of them.
Wyatt Winfield will boot it deep for the Cowboys.
Ball's on the ground, picked up by Terrence Michelson. Still on his feet, still goes, breaks free. And he's off to the races. Good way to start for the Sunshine Bible Academy Crusaders. Terrence Michelson with a touchdown return on the kickoff.
I thought he was down, but he stays alive. breaks free, breaks the point, finds pay dirt. 15 seconds into the game for the Crusaders.
It's his mother's birthday today, and well, if he didn't get her something, he got her something there. So happy birthday to Haley, but well done, young man, on that kickoff return touchdown.
Crusaders will line up and go for 2.
Carter Crump around the outside and scores.
Carter Crump on the run to the right. He gets the 2. Crusaders 8, Cowboys 0 with 15 seconds gone by in the game.
So we'll see how the Colome Cowboys come back from that.
If you're hungry, thirsty, or any other need of things, the concession stand has roast beef sandwiches. Those sound delightful right now.
Colome sports a pretty big line, offensive line, and does have some athletes in that backfield. So in 9-man football, if you can, that's a pretty good combination if they can start clicking on some cylinders and you get them athletes out in space and get a few blocks by them linemen, and we could have a track meet today.
Hi, Val.
Yes, Mom. Oh, any weakness?
How's it going, Jack?
Going good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm Randy, Sergeant.
Randy Sergeant?
Carrie's husband, Carrie Nice.
Oh, okay.
We met over
Stress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you.
And we're back. Sunshine's getting ready to kick off. Seth Konechny gives it a little pooch kick. Getting down there, ball's on the ground. I think Seth might have got on that. Yeah, it looks like Seth Konechny got down on that ball.
Seth Konechny recovers his own kick. Crusaders will take over, first down and 10.
That ball never does bounce true, and once that ball's on the ground, it takes some scary bounces. We'll see if the Crusaders can capitalize, come out in that shotgun formation, one wide to the left. Looks like power going to the left. And
Michelson hands to Michelson.
Terrence Michelson is taken down after about a 1 to 2 yard gain. That time they didn't let him spin off. They had him kind of down. And second 9, we'll call it for the Crusaders. Ethan Hamburger is in there for the wide out now. Same formation. They'll try the power the other way. Carter gets to the outside. If he can run to the race to the pylons, and it looks like Carter's going to get there.
Touchdown, Crusaders! Carter comes to the right for 37 yards and a Crusader touchdown.
Been fun to watch that young man develop throughout the time. Last year in our playoff game, he broke one free early in the game against Fulton, but just didn't have the speed to finish that off and got caught. And of course, that's something the kids don't forget, whether it's from their buddies or themselves. And he did some track and got a lot faster on that. So good to see. 2-point conversion coming along. Terrence Michelson to the other way and runs to the outside corner and gets it.
That's a Crusaders 2-point conversion, making the score 16-0 with 10:59 remaining in the first quarter. So
we do want to just say again, thank you on this. We are still learning this live ticket a little bit. We do thank the live ticket folks for giving us this opportunity to broadcast these games, not only for our families throughout the United States, but also for those families in those visiting towns and areas like Colome today that can't make it. It is kind of nice. We did a little upgrade on our internet, so we should be going a little bit faster speeds, and hopefully, if technology holds off, we won't have a little break in that action on here. We'll have a full run. So, sure appreciate my technician, Caleb Pribble. He is the mastermind of this, and it's been fun watching him set everything up, but also get excited about how we can make it better and better. And we hope to do some things like that throughout the season to try to bring some new things to you, try some different things, and we'll see where Caleb's mind brings him throughout the season. So, Crusaders line up for the kickoff. Seth Konechny kicks again. Ball gets up a little higher in the air. Looks like it's going to the out of bounds.
Will go out of bounds.
Flag will come out. We'll see what the Colome Cowboys want to do here. Looks like some different personnel coming out on the field, so it looks like they're going to take the ball at the 35 and start at the 35.
We'll start at the 35-yard line.
Start at the 35.
We'll start at the 35-yard line.
There. Line up in an I formation. Looks like a toss to the left. Cuts back, tries to find that cutback lane. Crusaders fill that in fairly well.
Results in a loss of about 1 for the Cowboys on first down. 2nd and 11.
Looked like they had a pulling guard coming out there and to lead on that. Sunshine had a lot of bodies over there, and the running back decided to a number earlier, but that's who it was. Looks like 3rd and 10 for the Cowboys.
3rd and 10 for the Cowboys.
Come out with a different set here. Looks like trips on one side with a single back on the other. Young man coming across the line. Quarterback takes off. Quarterback on quarterback. He gets quite a few yards on that.
He gets a good gain there. Gain of about 7, I think. We'll see where the spot is.
Bring up about a 4th
and 4. We'll give him 6.
4th and 4. Colome spread the field out and pulled a guy from that side and then ran to it. They're in their I formation right here. 4th and 4. Quarterback sneak up the middle, looks to see where the hole's going to be. I think he's going to be short on that.
Turnover on downs. The Crusaders will take over.
On that series for the Cowboys, there looked like some holes, but the Crusaders filled those holes fairly quickly, and gets the ball back.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders.
43-yard line of the Colome Cowboys. Second man through. Carter gets it.
Carter comes up the right side of the line. Gain of about 5. Crusaders will have 2nd and 5 on the 39-yard line, 38-yard line.
Looks like they'll stay with their same personnel out there. Ball hits the ground. Ball's on the ground. Terrence grabs it. Makes a little something out of nothing and gets the first down.
Michelson picks it up. Trudges forward for a Crusader first down.
First year center Jacob Haig, and we always say that center is the cog on that whole wheel. That it starts with the snap, and young man's put some time and effort in, and pretty big kid, got good footwork. Comes around corner, runs a little counter play. Little counter play to Terrence.
Touchdown run for the Crusaders.
Little counter play by Terrence Michelson had me shifted even the wrong way on that one. So
Terrence Michelson from 32 yards out.
making the score 24. 24-0 with 2-point conversion pending here. Second through. Carter sneaks.
Today.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing.
All right, we're back to live here.
Back to booted again for the Crusaders.
Looks like Josiah oh no, that's Jacob Cruz out there, number 35. Josiah Stiegelmeyer, number 55, is on that other side. Coming in there, Seth gets a little bit better kick by the deep man. Oh, ball comes out, but he was down on that.
Toby Michelson bring him down at about the 22-yard line.
Looked like Toby tackled him, but probably ate a foot by the time when he come rolling down. So, or maybe it's
Player down for the Crusaders, not quite sure who it is.
no, that won't be Toby. I think that'll be Seth Konechny down there. I think there's a possibility that when he got on there, he ate the guy's foot and cleat and then got landed on some more. So we'll see if he returns that. Looks like he's kind of motioning that way. So we'll hope that young man can get back on the field. He's an awful good leader for this team this year.
Cowboys will take over with 7:15 remaining in the first quarter. Ball on the 22-yard line.
They spread it out again, doubles both sides on the field. Brings the motion across on there. Little cut back in. I think that's Jacob Cruz comes in there, sheds his blocker, comes in there,
Cowboys appear to get to the
and gets that.
It will be 2nd and 10.
It's good to see the Crusaders following their men and talking out there as that guy comes across the line of scrimmage. That's one of the keys of this on here. Motion again, comes across the field. Back to pass, we'll see. Nick collapses in. That looks like Jonah Pribble there gets the sack, comes around the edge. Jonah Pribble, a senior from Hovind, South Dakota. A good young man that also leads by example in the dorm. And sometimes those quieter guys don't get the recognition, but that leading by example is pretty huge. So well done on that play, Jonah Pribble. Sounds like a timeout, so I believe we will go back to another commercial break on this one.
Have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Back to the game again. After the timeout, Colome will face a third and 14. Oop. Ball's on the ground. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Fourth down now for the Cowboys.
Colome goes back in punt formation.
Cowboys back to punt. It will be.
I believe he's still got the wind. It's South Dakota, so it could have switched, but I believe he's got the wind going with him too. And flag on the play, blows it dead. We're going to move that ball up. Sunshine Bible was got an encroachment penalty. We'll go 5 yards forward. We'll see if Terrence judges up that ball and gets underneath it. Can catch it on the fly here. Gets it a little bit more. Terrence takes it. He's got all the blockers, but it's Avery Hall.
Terrence Michelson gets dragged down around the 18-yard line for the Crusaders. Crusader offense will get back out.
And we missed the tackle by Colome there as the speaker gets in the way, but we've got ideas and plans to try to fix this situation a little bit so that we can get there. Avery Hall, it was in a good position, but all 100 pounds of him couldn't put that block on them, and the guy just shed the block on there. High snap, quarterback keeps coming through.
Kobe Michelson right up the middle. That'll be a Crusader first down. It'll be first and goal from the 9.
Looks like Levi Konechny coming in. He stays in, and Terrence comes out. Looks like they're going to go in a big formation.
Five minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Never mind, same formation. They just switched it up a little bit. Get Levi some reps here. We'll watch him. Gets good drive on there.
Nick Erickson on the carry to the left.
Nick Erickson
About 3 or 4 yards on first down.
gets going on there. Looks like he did have a lane there and just it collapsed on there. Colome come in and made a good tackle. Took him out, 2nd and goal. And again, they call Nick's number on this one. It looks like he gets in for the touchdown.
Nick Erickson runs to the left.
Nikolai Erickson with a run over the left side. Finds the end zone on that. I've watched him in practice a few times on a pulling guard, and he can bring a load on that defensive end sometime if he gets a crack, but he gets in the backfield this time and scores a touchdown. 2-point conversion coming up. I got a little flag on the play. Looks like false start on the Crusaders.
False start on the Crusaders is indeed the call. We'll move them back 5 yards.
One of them penalties that you kind of torn at, because I think it was on our right guard. He just got a little fast on there, anticipating the snap, and I'd rather have him anticipate it than be too late. So, 2nd man through. Terrence breaks it out, cuts through, and no, he does not get in.
Stopped on the 2-point conversion. Score remains Crusaders 30, Colome Cowboys nothing, with 3:59 left in the first quarter.
So we will have some highlights for you at halftime coming up. We'll make sure we get those. We'll try to do some even from both sides on there for you Cowboy fans also, so we can do that. It's a big day here at Sunshine because with this football game here, and then with Parents' Night for the cross country and the football team after that, and then we will move all of this equipment. We get to run back over to the gym, set it back up again, and I believe it's Tiespe Topa comes to town tonight, I believe that's up by Takini. I could be wrong, and my apologies if I am wrong on that. I will take a look when I pull my phone out. But
Crusaders
are going to line up for the kickoff again.
Got Hunter Collar and